What's up, everybody? So I'm reading this book. It's called The Divine Matrix. It's by Greg Braden. If you don't know who this guy is, I definitely recommend you looking into him. He's got so much ancient wisdom. He's definitely an enlightened soul, and you can learn a lot from him. His name's Greg Braden. Braden. So I was reading this, right? And I know a lot of his material, and I've watched his program on Gaia, The Divine Matrix. So I was like, well, I don't want to spend my time reading a book on a whole bunch of stuff that I've already, soaked into my consciousness. But I grabbed the book off the shelf and I opened it. And the chapter that I opened was excuse me. Damn. I suck at recording, but I'm very good at sucking, so at least I'm good at something, right? Fuck yeah. So, rewriting the reality code, 20 keys to conscious creation. And these this whole manifestation thing keeps showing up. I keep on pulling the magician card and tarot and just everything that has to do with co-creating. And the universe is trying to enlighten me to the fact that I have this power that I haven't utilized yet. And that's what I'm working on. But I wanted to read this because a lot of us are in this situation right here. And we wonder what the fuck we're doing. You're in an environment where you're changing, but it doesn't seem like many people are changing around you. And maybe at a point in your transformation, you wanted to push your beliefs on someone else and just be the fucking, the preacher or whatever it is, which honestly I've learned that don't always work. The best way is just being the example, and that's what it says right here. I just want to read this real quick. I'm not going to read too much of it, but it'll give you an idea, and it'll maybe bring peace into your life that there's a purpose for all this. And if we could just let go and quit holding expectations on how something's supposed to be, life will be a lot more enjoyable. But it says, one person must choose a new way of being and live that difference in the presence of others so that it can be witnessed and sealed into the pattern. In doing so, we upgrade our programs of beliefs and send consciousness the blueprint for a new reality. You see what I mean? So we're the example, and people are going to see that. Even if they don't acknowledge it, they're going to just slowly be like, wow, I'm going to embody some of that. And it just happens. And all these changes is just a cycle that are going on. And we're all connected to this. And even when something seems off, it's still right. There's always order within this chaos. Even if you can't see it. But I wanted to just get into that and just know that even if where you're at, in your environment, in your current state of consciousness, in your current state of healing, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Exactly. And everybody else is exactly where they're supposed to be. And if you could accept that, like I said, it will become a lot easier. And that's what it's all about. Non-attachment. Non-attachment to anything. And I know that's difficult, right? Because us humans love to attach to everything. Everything. Any type of comfort we attach ourselves to. And sometimes even uncomfortable situations become uncomfortable when we attach ourselves to them. And that fucks our perception all up. And we fucking feel locked in a reality that we feel prisoner to. And we don't know how to escape it. And the first key to escaping that reality is listening and asking, what is my first step? What is my first step to changing my life? And then you follow that, no matter what it said. Just follow it, trust it. Because there's going to be a point in time where you're going to have to just start following and trusting that little voice in your head. And the more you do that, the more you'll see, you'll be able to kind of develop your compass. Like, okay, that usually puts me where I need to be, so I'm going to start following that. Or, man, I'm listening to the wrong voice, because every time I fucking do that, I end up repeating the same cycle in my life. And just be aware of these patterns. It's trial and error, guys. It's trial and error. No one has all the answers. They only just have one of the answers they need in that present moment. And it's up to them to take action on that choice. And then the next one will come. And then the next one. And then the next one. And it's a progression. And this thing is just unfolding. And just know that you're making all the right decisions, even when it seems like it's not. And as contradicting as that sounds, life is contradicting. So that has to make sense. Life is one big fucking paradox. Right? Doesn't that make sense? So in order for it to actually make sense, chances are it won't make sense. Life is such a kooky fucking paradox. You know? But I know by the year's end, or after the year's end, however this happens, because me, man, like, I'm an explorer. Like, I have no problem just packing my shit up and then just leaving. Wherever I go, I know I'll be taken care of. And I know California's been calling me. I was actually headed out there, but I had to come out here first because there was some healing that I needed to do. And oh my God, it served me so fucking well. Like, as difficult as it was, like, from where I was in Illinois compared to right here in this present moment, it's like fucking, fuck it. We'll go back to Jim Carrey. It was like fucking Dumb and Dumber Jim Carrey to fucking Jim Carrey now as we know Jim Carrey. That's how I'm feeling. And this all happened within under 2 years. Let's just say about a year and a half. No. About almost 2 years, 22 months. Something like that. And that's so fast. And like, some of us are progressing quite steadily. And if you know or feel like you're one of those individuals, that you're like, wow, like, I am fucking progressing and everybody around me is staying the same, that is a clear indication that your consciousness is expanding a little bit, you know, faster than others. So chances are that you might be the leader of that group. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that's guaranteed, you know. Your own leader. Just know that, like, when you're a leader, you're leading yourself. And you lead yourself so well that others see that and they follow along. That is a true leader. True leader doesn't force anybody to do anything. They ask them, what action are you compelled to make right here in this moment that you would enjoy making that will serve the mission that we want to serve? You know, I don't know why this happens, but like that moment, about at 8:44, I had this thought. This video sucks and you should probably delete it. You probably shouldn't even send it out. Who had that thought? What part of me? My lower self or my higher self? Was my higher self like, hey man, this message all over the place, just delete that shit? Or was it my ego saying, hey bro, that shit ain't good enough. You're never good enough. Don't even fucking post it. It's gonna make you look like a dumbass. You know what I mean? Like, pay attention to these thoughts in your head and question you. Who's really having these thoughts? What aspect or what part of me is this coming from? And I'm just gonna assume that it's my lower aspect trying to prevent you guys from receiving what you need to know. And maybe not. Who knows? But either way, I'm gonna fucking post this motherfucker. Just for the stank of it. But either way, smell you later.